Alright, what's going on? It is June 10th. Today I'm going out. It's a Friday night. I'm going out, putting up some trail cameras. Already put up 2. Got 3 more to go of regular trail cameras. These don't send pictures to your phone. They're just regular ones and not cell cameras. I'm putting 1 where I shot that buck and missed last year, and 2 on where Dad shot his big 146-inch buck. I'm gonna put 2 up there somewhere. That place they planted that in corn, and they planted, I don't know what they planted where I shot my buck at, but we'll see. Corn or beans, both years have been good. Where Dad shot his big buck, the 146-inch, he shot it when it was corn, so that might help us out a little bit. And last year, or 2 years ago, when we killed those 2 turkeys on that place, it was corn too. So it has been better when it's been corn. So we'll see how it goes this year. But going to work here the last 4 or 5 days, I've been seeing bucks with horns starting to grow, just little tiny things. So get some trail cameras out and see what's going on. I'm gonna put some salt out as well. Here in Missouri, you can salt year round. You just can't have mineral sites. You have to have them out 10 days before you're hunting that spot. But we ain't gonna put any mineral. We have a little bit of mineral, but actually I think I have some in the car, so I might put some out too. But we're gonna put some salt, some mineral out, and see what comes out. It's mainly just scouting, see what's going on. Half the bucks that we get during the summer, most of the time they have different fall patterns, so we don't get them anyway, but I just like seeing them. So stay tuned. I'll try to find some B-roll and show you kind of how I do it, kind of the camera arms that we use and where we put the salt and mineral spots at, the actual sites of them, so you can kind of see how we do it, and maybe you can do it yourself as well. So stick around. Oh, and I also forgot, if anyone's curious, this is our hunting rig. We got it like 3 years ago. It's a Polaris RZR. It's 800 from 2012. When we bought it, it was told it has big bore kit. I have no idea if it does or not, but it's a 2012. It has a winch. The person before had it, hit a tree, I think, but he didn't tell me, but it hit a tree. It came with the light bar on the front. The only thing we've done is oil changes, obviously, and new tires. It's nothing special. I mean, it's kind of raggedy, honestly, but we got it pretty cheap. Has a hitch on it, so that's how we've been hauling out all of our deer. But this is the greatest thing we've ever bought for deer hunting. You put a little like cargo thing on the back of this where you put coolers and stuff on. We put our deer on there, and I mean, we've put my bow case. I've hunted in it a few times before. Bow case, gun case, whatever you want. Also has a backup light bar as well. And we put a windshield. We've also done that. We put a windshield on it. But this thing has been one of the best things we've ever bought. So if anyone is curious, 2012 big bore kit. I think it made it 860, I think. Not sure on that. Don't quote me on that. But big bore kit in it, and new tires and a windshield. That's all we've done to it. So if anyone is curious, that's what it is. All right, made it back here. Finally. They planted, like I said, they planted this in corn. I saw it the other day. Me and my girlfriend came out here. I was planning on doing some coyote hunting, but just planted corn. I wasn't trying to deal with all that. But as you can see, this is all corn, and it's already pretty tall. It's only June 10th. I mean, it's already, probably 3 foot tall, 3.5 foot tall. But this is the spot where Dad killed his big buck. This is the mineral site we started about, say, 4 years ago. Still using it, obviously. You can see deer tracks and everything in it. But we just... Oh. It's muddy. But I just throw a salt block in there. I might grab a couple more. We put the trail camera on this little tree right here with the arm on it. You can't really see. It's hard to hunt this stand in early season just because it's so grown up. But you can see the ladders right there in the stand. That's where Dad shot that big buck at. It's 30 yards out in this field, right around here, and it ran from here and died in that corner, probably 50, 60 yards away. Dad, oh, that corner right there, sorry, that corner down there, Dad said it was running the whole time, and he'd watched it fall. But this is that. This is what we do with the salt and everything. We just kind of throw it in the mineral lick that we start. But as you can tell, we started off the field, because we don't want the farmer, we don't own this land, we don't want the farmer to have a big hole in their field where they're trying to plant stuff in. So we put it right on the field edge, and get it off the way a little bit so they don't have a big hole in their field. But that's 20 yards away from the stand back there. That's where we try to keep it, 20 yards, because that's what we practice at the most. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to dump some mineral in there as well, because I have a bucket of it. We're using this stuff called Lucky Buck. I don't know. We've used it before. I mean, it seems like they like it. It smells good. We get it at Orchlands, our local Orchlands. We just get it there. I think it's like $14 for that big bucket. It's a 5-pound bucket, I think it is. But stay tuned. We're going to move to the next spot and get some more trail cameras. I did see I think doe. Couldn't tell that much, or didn't get to see it that long. But in the first field, so this property is laid out weird. There's this little field right here, and it breaks up to another little field in between a bigger field. So it's big field you drive into at first. You can see it from the road. Then there's a break, a median, grass, whatever you want to call it. Another little field, a break, grass, median, whatever you want to call it. Then this field back here. And we have a stand back here and a stand up there. But half the time we're just hunting out of the saddle up there, or actually we took the stand down because it was so bad. We're hunting out of saddle, just hunting off the ground. Back here, there's not many good trees for saddles. For the saddle, I know you can hunt out of any tree, and I mean I could, but we have a stand back here anyway. Might as well hunt out of it. It makes it a lot easier, quieter getting in because you don't have anything to set up at all. But stick around. I got another spot after this going to. Hopefully I can get back there to where I shot and missed that one buck this year, or last year I guess technically, because I want to see what's going on up there. But I ain't doing much walking today. I didn't put any pants on. I'm wearing shorts, so I ain't trying to walk through a bunch of beans or corn far away. So stick around and see what happens. This is almost the final outcome of how it'll look. You can see it's onto the tree, screwed it into the tree right here, and actually an existing hole. And you can move this up or down to point it up and down. But I learned this trick. Actually, I think Jake off the Hunting Public put this trick on his Instagram. But you put your camera up to the lens like this. You kind of see where you're at on the field. It's kind of hard to film it and try to do it. But if you put your phone camera, face it out, put it to where the camera is on the lens is on the camera right here, and then put this up to it, you can kind of see where you're at. So I'm going to fix that and make sure it's all perfect. But really helpful trick to make sure, because you don't want to get back to your house when you're checking trail cameras and your camera's either pointed way too high and all you're getting is the sky, or pointed too low and you're getting every single blade of grass that's moving. So I'm going to fix that, and I don't think I'll be able to make it to the other spot just because I've got a camera arm in the truck. So, but I'm going to put another camera where Dad shot his turkey this year, because we always get bucks up there too. So stick around. When we get that done, we'll be on the road back again. Maybe tomorrow we'll get that other camera out in that other place. So stay tuned. Well, never mind. So this is a whole botch. Don't do what I just did. I just got all the way out here and realized I put 0 cards in every single camera. None of the cameras have cards. I don't know how I do that. I swear I put at least 1 in. I remember when I was putting batteries in, I thought I put 1 in, but I didn't. So, guess I'm gonna leave this one out. I'll probably go put another one up too, and then all I gotta do is bring the cards. But God, what a freaking bonehead move that was, huh? Oh man, I've done that more times than I count. I've also lost cards more than I can count. And God, Dad just wants to wring my neck when that happens. So good thing I'm by myself today. He'd be very upset with me. But we're gonna move up to the other spot, put it out. Oh, geez, man, how do I do that? Why do I do this all the time? I don't get it. Stay tuned. Next video. Tomorrow probably I'm gonna have to come back out here and put some cards in these freaking cameras because I'm a bonehead. So leave a comment if you've ever done that. All right, as you can see, there's the mineral site. We have not had one up here. I'm a little off the field, far enough where he's not gonna put a big hole in there. But it's kind of hard to see. We've had a camera here before, but that's where we put the trail camera. We kind of try to point it at an angle, so that one's not like great, but so I'm assuming they're gonna walk down the field edge and out, or from that corner down the field edge, obviously. So put it at an angle so then you get more pictures of the deer because it's in the frame longer instead of just pointing straight out the field edge, because then it's a smaller field of view for the camera to pick up like a deer or turkey or coyote, any kind of animal you're trying to target. Smaller field of view for that to trigger off. But I just kind of glanced over here, and those guys that put the deer blind on our corner took it out, so that's a good thing, I guess. I mean, it looks like they're not going to deer hunt it, so that's promising. Be a little bit more scary if it was deer hunting, because I mean, we'll be hunting mainly down that way, maybe a couple times up here, but mainly down that way. And if they're rifle hunting, I mean, bullets can go flying anywhere. So that's pretty much this property done, other than coming back and obviously, because I'm a freaking bonehead, and putting SD cards back in. But pretty much done for this spot. We're gonna let these cameras soak, other than coming back and putting the SD cards in them. But we're gonna let this spot soak. I need to talk to Dad and Hunter and see what we're gonna do about the cell cams, because those are monthly. And if I talk about those, we can talk about how much monthly plans are, because well, I'm assuming a lot of people will be kind of interested on that, how much it is per month per camera, and if they have deals, if you have more cameras, and so on and so forth. But I'm excited, man. It's getting closer. I know it's still super far away, but I just went back and rewatched all my deer hunting videos, and I've been just watching bow hunting on the old YouTubes. I'm already wanting to be in the tree. But June 10th starts September 15th, so I mean, we still got quite a ways. But man, I'm pumped. I hope you guys are too. So stick around and see what else adventures we have over the summer. Summer scouting for deer and watching them come into velvet, and hopefully some fishing. I want to do some catfishing. I used to be, I mean, I still am. I got a bunch of bass fish and stuff, but man, I just want to sit down and see my old rod and start yanking and go get me a couple catfish. So stick around, see what happens over the summer. All right, attempt number 2, going back to the same spot we did the other day, where I forgot the chips. So I put the cards out, or cameras out, and didn't have cards in them. So I'm heading down there now to put the cards back into them. Just got done raining. I can't remember exactly what day. June 25th, maybe 26th. Got done raining. It's really nice outside, but it's gonna be muddy. But honestly, I'd rather get a little muddy than what kind of temps we've been having. It's been over 100 degrees for the last like 2 weeks here in Missouri. It's been very hot and humid, but I'm gonna go put those cards in. I don't have another 2 cards. I would go check these other cameras. It's pretty far away, but I would go check them. I don't have the other card, like another 2 cards I can switch them out, or a card reader or anything. So we're just gonna have to let them soak for a little longer. They've been out there for 2, maybe 3 weeks now, so they've been soaking pretty good. So maybe this weekend I'll try to get Dad out with me, and we'll go change the cards out and see what we've been getting on cameras. But stick around, maybe we'll see a deer on the way up there, or turkey. The last few days I've been going to work, I've been seeing turkeys, so stick around. All right, finally made it back here. Looks like this mineral has been hit a little bit. I'll flip it around. Not much, but I mean, you can see some deer tracks, one right there, one right there. But I forgot to mention, I'm getting something pretty exciting in this later this week. Today's Wednesday. I got off today because I have a tattoo appointment, but today's Wednesday, and I think either Friday or Saturday I have something pretty cool coming in that I'm gonna try to do a review over. So stick around for that. Hopefully I can get this video out pretty soon. I know I need to do a little bit more. I mean, I've only been to one spot. There's a couple other spots. We still have our cell cams put up and stuff like that, which I need to talk to Dad. Maybe we'll do that this weekend, which is perfect, because then I'll get what I'm getting in the mail. I want to try to keep it a surprise, but what I'm getting in the mail in this weekend, we can take them out when we put the cell cams up, and I can test them out. But back to where I was being a bonehead at and forgot the cameras the first time. I think it was a Friday after work. Finally got back here. The corn just in like a week has grown another foot at least. Like, it's some spots taller than me, and I'm 6 foot, so it's growing pretty good, which is good. We just got some rain today, so that's going to help it out a lot too. But I don't know what it is this year, but seems like everywhere is corn. I don't know if corn just going for higher than it normally does. So people are planting it, because I know last year all of this was pretty much corn too. So I know usually they flip-flop it, so one year it's beans, one year it's corn. I think I've heard it's for the oxygen in the ground or something. I don't know. I'm not a farmer. I never claimed to be, but something going on, because they had corn last year here and now they have corn again. So I don't know, maybe corn's going for a lot more than beans, so people are just planting corn. I don't know. But gosh, stuff's harder than a rock. Try to mix it in a little bit. Alright, back up to the top part of the big cornfield, because that's where we have our second camera. But as you can see, it is pretty wet out here. I mean, you can see the buggies pretty wet, but let's get to this other spot, put the cart in, then we can get out of here. Hopefully it doesn't rain. It was starting to sprinkle when I was driving out here, so let's get this done quick so we can get back home. Okay, it's June 26th. We're out here doing a little summer kind of scouting, I guess, but mainly maintenance. We're checking trail cameras and picking up this blind out here we use for turkey. But driving in, this is all corn, 2 fields. It's like one small field and a big field up front by the road. We spooked up, we drove the car all the way back here. I mean, there's a tractor path all the way back here, but we spooked up 2, look like pretty nice bucks already. Didn't have much growth, probably maybe 10 inches high, maybe if that, maybe 6 inches, 6 to 10 inches. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell, but seem like they have a lot of good mass. I know velvet is kind of deceiving, but pretty cool seeing bucks already in velvet, already growing a little bit. But we got 2 cards to change. I did this time bring some cards, so I'm not a bonehead. I brought them this time, but picking up this blind, and I think I might climb a tree in my saddle just to kind of get some practice in. I might give you a sneak peek on a review I'm doing on this video, so stick around and see that, see what kind of new products I got, and yeah, stay tuned, I guess. Check these cards. If we get anything good, I'll try to pop them up in this video, and you can kind of watch, we can kind of watch the growth of them, but stay tuned. Okay, it's June 30th. We're out here at a property I hunted quite a bit last year. You can hear in the background we have the lawnmower, the zero turnout. We're gonna try to plant a food plot back here. I talked to the farmer and he said that's all right, just as long as it's far away from his